Hello amazing traders and welcome to my YouTube channel once again. My name is SEUNFOREX and in this video I will be doing complete breakdown of raw price action reading and market analysis on what has been happening in different pairs so far. So I'll be doing breakdown of GBP, JPY, USD, JPY, UH30 and gold analysis. If this is the first time of coming to my YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button on your notifications, and after the end of this video, because I have a special package I want to show you guys at the end of the video, please drop your comment below. Thank you. Without wasting much of our time, let's quickly dive into today's analysis. This is GBP JPY 1 hour time frame, and for those of us that have watched my analysis now last week, so to those who watched my analysis, market ended here on Friday. This was Friday analysis, yes, as at last week, and from that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, this is Wednesday, Thursday, and this was Friday. So market started here, and I said that the best thing to do is to fold our hands, and something amazing happened. Throughout last week, it was massive consolidation because this is 1 hour time frame. Market was just in ranging. You can see for entire week, because this buy movement happened on Friday. So on Monday, since last week Monday till Friday, before the end of the market close, market was just doing sideways, which is no higher high, no higher low, just sideways, which is called ranging market. You can see market manipulation. So market was able to trap a lot of traders. Now, this is market manipulation, massive one. So if you have not seen market manipulation before, this is the sample of market manipulation, because a lot of traders think that once market breaks this resistance level, it will continue buying, but never. Market, tricked a lot of traders and came back in, and there was a massive sell. So what do we have to learn as a newbie, as a young trader? What do you have to learn here in this analysis, in this spot right now? Once there is market manipulation, the next thing is you will see massive buying or selling pressure, because you can see, like here, a lot of traders think that market is about to buy, so they quickly enter buys. What happened next was that there was a pump of serious money. For if technical analysis is not on point, you will not be able to enter this market again. You will be thinking that market came to retest this key level in order to buy again, but no. But for pro trader, the easiest way to trade this kind of market is to trend line trader. A lot of always learn to trade, draw your trend line. Now, to those who draw this trend line, who are trend line traders who have been watching my channel so far, when you see something like this, it gives you the ability to enter market at a precision level. It means that a trader that enters this market here, somewhere around here, will be able to make a lot of profit. Why? Because there is a precision. So that is why one of the first things you need to do as a trader before you enter market is to have a clear thinking pattern. If you are depressed, don't go into the market space, because you are not just clicking buying and selling. You are also a thinker. You have to think, you have to examine, you have to be like a sniper, look left and right to see whether the market is ready for you or not. Because any mistakes you make is going to cost you money, and not just money, emotional damages. You question yourself, that are you good enough? Do you even know what you are doing? So do not enter market when you are not thinking clearly. And as at Tuesday, the market begins to range and range and range and range and range. Then on Thursday/Friday, market enter massive sell, but something happened in 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, market formed a double bottom, which is massive reversal pattern. And since then, there was a massive buy. Not just massive buy. Market now broke this trend line and retest it again with another double bottom. You can see this is a massive retest that shows that this market is actually going to buy side liquidity this coming week. So what are we looking at this coming week? So this coming week now, what I'm expecting in GBP JPY is, I'm expecting this market to pull back. Yes, I will not click any ban. So there are two choices we have right now. Is either we wait for the market to come to this key level and retest. If market reach this resistance level and fall back to 50% Fibonacci level, that is the only best time to enter this market. Remember, as a trader, your goal is not to be pursuing every market up and down. Your goal is to be a sniper. Your goal is to be an effective trader. You are not designed to be pursuing the market, because one of the rules of the game is you must learn to trade less. So let's say the market continue, then come here as a buy opportunity. Then I've been expecting this market to come back to this Fibonacci key level, which is golden ratio of 0.05 and 0.016. Then when there is now a rejection candle, then I can now enter for another higher high. But without that, I will never enter buy. Yes. And that's one of the skill as a trader. You must have a precision of entering the right market. And based on what I pull out here, you can see that market is now in massive good momentum, which is higher high, higher low. And with that, so if market pull back to this key level, then we can now move this one to this key level. So which is 0.6. Now, this 0.618 is also a level of resistance level to this guy. So which means that the probability for this 0.618 to hold is extremely high. Why do I say so? Because when you check to the left, you can see that there was a clusters of massive of resistance here, here, almost here. And since market has a memory, so if market continue on Monday to buy, I'll be expecting market to come to this key level and reverse. So if market reverse at this key level to come and test this 0.618 as a golden ratio, then that's the best time to buy. But without that, then we have to wait again. Then once there is another opportunity, I'll come online, guys, to come and do market update. And if this buy side continue, there is going to be a massive opportunity for GBP, JPY to move to another dimension. And why do I say so? Now, this is the goal. This counter trend line that happened here, market has broke it already and retest. So which means that if market break this key level next week, once market break this resistance and retest, then we can be sure that GBP JPY market is coming to this key level. And that's one of the things that give back to room to us as a trader. Let me remove this so you can see. This is what I'm saying. Now, market came to this key level. This was July 2024, which means that 11 months. So it took 11 months for market to break this counter trend line. And right now, market is about to break this resistance level. So once market break this resistance level, these are the point of interest for market rejection. So once the market is able to conquer those key levels, then these are the opportunities. So which means that from this market analysis now, the overall direction for GBP JPY once this key level is being broken is massive buy. Every sell for now will be market retracement. Now, you can see now that this is daily time frame now. And I've already put in the Elliott wave mode. Now, you can see that this is already, market is already in higher high, higher low. And this is higher high, higher low. But instead of higher high market, because of consolidation, market is doing equal high. Then, if market is able to break this key level and retest now, then the movement will begin again anew. So which means that in our time frame, I already know in my head that the best thing to do when it comes to GBP, JPY is to buy, not sell. Though selling opportunity will present itself, because that's one of the things. Price is fractal in nature. And since price is fractal in nature, it means that in 5 minutes, some people are selling, while in 1 hour, market is buying. Sometimes in 1 hour, market is selling, but in 5 minutes, market is buying. So those are the things that markets are fractal in nature, because they are patterns inner into each other, interwovens into each other to make it, cool as it is now. So this is daily time frame of GBP JPY, and based on law of price action reading, confluence, support, and resistance, it simply means that this market is in buy mode once we break this resistance level. And that's all I have for you guys. So let's go to USD JPY. USD JPY. Now this is USD JPY. This one is not ready yet. USD JPY is another wonderful market, but you need to be very careful with that market, because USD JPY can be tricky sometimes, especially during news. That market is, but when you are patient with it, when you are not in a hurry to catch the market, you can actually now see what is happening. In GBP JPY, the structure, the market is already more plain than USD JPY. But one thing I usually know is that USD JPY always catch up. But here is the goal. Market can do whatever it wants. So if USD JPY continue the buying side anyway next week and was able to break all this resistance level, all this support and resistance, and break out of this counter trend line, which has been active since December. So I'll be expecting this USD JPY, since the market has been consolidating since April. So if market and there was a rejection here, then support here, resistance here, support here. So if market can break it this coming week and turn this resistance to support level, then that is the best time to buy USD JPY. So as a swing trader, this is the best place to enter these markets, because once you enter at this key level, you can be assured that at least at every point in time, your entry will give you more profitability, because it's not about how many trades you are taking in a week. You can trade one, you can have access to one trade in 2 weeks, and that one trade in 2 weeks already give you money what some 5 minute trader will never make in 1 month. Because it's not about how many markets you enter and exit, it's about how many markets were you able to catch per time. Now, this is 500 pips. Imagine risking 45 pips to pick 500 pips. That is like average of 1:10, 1:11. Even let's say, okay, this place is too much. Let's say this is take profit 2. Even this support level here, how much is this? This is 247 pips. 247 in 45 pips. That is average of 1:6. So, which is amazing. So you can imagine enter this market and you're able to catch 1:5, 1:6. So it means that you risk to $50 to make $300. You can make that and you are settled for the week. Whereas some traders will be in 5 minutes finding sniper entry. Now, mind you, they too will make money. But here is the problem. They will make money, they will lose it back. They will make money, they will lose it back. They will make money, they will lose it back. Why? Because they are pursuing the market, every glitch, every movement in the market space. They want to participate. And as a result of that, chunks of those money will be collected from them by the market. Because market do not care about your emotion, do not care about you, do not even know that you exist. What market we do it at any point in time. So this is GBP, this is USD JPY, and that is, it means that once market can break this resistance level, then there is a full-blown buying side coming week. What market again? Let's check the US GBP XAU USD. Now, to those who have been watching my price action before, are you seeing this now? In fact, I just did it last week and I was not. Now, you can see now that this is real strategy. This is skill. You can see that, in fact, I intentionally don't delete this one so that in order to keep record to understand what market is doing. See, the first 2 weeks ago, I projected that this market will break out. And after this resistance, which is the support level, market broke out. Then take profit market could not reach this place, but market reached profit 1, but profit 2, market could not reach it. Then after that, market was ranging back. Then something now exciting happened. Why raw price action is the king. The ability to understand the nature of the market without being carried away by the news. Let me show you what I mean. Now, this counter trend line that market broke out of it since April 2025. Now, this is June. And what happened? Market came back to retest that trend line, honor it completely. And after honoring that trend line here, there was a massive buy. And that buy now leads to profit too that we already projected here. What does it have to tell you? In trading, you cannot make any market. You do not have the capacity to catch every pips in the market space. But when you are a sniper, when you have the skill, the ability to be extremely patient and wait for the right setup, because all the people that are buying, selling here, a lot of people lose money last week. A lot of people lost money last week. Why? Because they are in 5 minute, 15 minute time frame trying to catch the movement of the market. Whereas somebody that came to this key level, understand this counter trend line market structure, will be able to enter here, put his stop loss somewhere around there, and leave the market alone. And if the person was able to hold it to this key level, they will take the profit. So that's another thing that makes raw price action leading effective. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, on the notification, subscribe. Let's build this channel together. And if you have any questions, please drop it under the comment section below. So let's quickly go to UH30, another one of my favorite pair. Wonderful. Now, there's something I want to show you guys in UH30 right now. This is UH30 and market closed. At market close, there was a massive sell in which trapped a lot of traders into sell. But here is the good news. This market, there is a high probability that it's buying next week. How am I so sure? First of all, let me do this trend line first, so you're able to understand what this market is doing. Now, this is it now. Let's check what the market is doing. Wonderful. This is GBP JPY. This is UH30 in 4-hour time frame. Now, there are two confluence arms, in fact, three confluence arms in here right now. Why I'm so sure that this market have the capacity to buy than to sell. Capacity reason number one, this counter trend line has been active since January, which means that market has not been able to break it. It was just once market touch it, there will be massive sell. Once market, you can see here, massive sell. Here, massive sell. Somewhere now, here too, massive sell. You can see that the confluence was also high. Here too, massive sell. Now, that same counter trend line that has been holding since January of 2025, that same counter trend line has been broken on Friday. But market now did a trick. Market pullback. Now, that pullback is still under support level. Market will not break it. I didn't mean that market broke the support level, turned it to resistance and retest. We can't predict. We can deduce that, okay, maybe market is actually in sell side now. But no. Market broke it through. But there was a lack of momentum. If you check the psychology of candlestick in 1 hour, let's see what this candlestick was doing. This massive bearish momentum candle, immediately that market sold to this key level. What happened? There was a massive rejection. This massive rejection here. Yes. And let's go back to 4 hours time frame. This 4 hour, now this rejection here and this one, you can see that they are in confluence. Market touch this trend line here, it touched it here. This is a touch of the trend line, and based on baby pips, to those who have understood baby pips before, it says that the third touch of the trend line is always part of the trick. But let's say maybe market is lying. Let us now see what has been happening in smaller time frame. In smaller time frame, the rejection is still high. Now this is 15 minutes. Now this is 5-minute time frame. You can see that this is what there was a massive rejection. Market begins to consolidate. But as a trader, I will not still enter here. Do not enter here. The best way to do this thing is to now draw this counter trend line. Yes, it might not be perfect, but I will be expecting this market, as long as this market is ready to buy, I'll be expecting this market to do whatever it wants to do here. Then I will now be waiting for this momentum here. So which means that once market, let me delete this one so you can see it better. So it simply means that if market can do whatever it wants to do here, finished, and start, let's say market has been here playing hide and seek, hide and seek, hide and seek. Let's say it comes here. So if market can now come back to this key level, break it, and retest here, that would be massive, massive buy. I mean, exceptional buy. And how many pips are we looking at here? How many pips is here? This is 377 pips. Just this movement alone. 377 pips. With how many entry? Maybe 25 pips stop loss. And you're able to catch 360 pips. That is average of 1:10. Because let's say you spend $50 here. So if you spend 20, let's say $20 is your entry, and you're making $380, though it will not happen every time. That is why I do not believe in 1:1, 1:2, 0.50, because you have to find your strategy. If you are not a day trader, or if you are not intraday trader, that is, you don't like exiting the market in the same day, and you are not a scalper, what are you doing with 1:1? What are you doing? It means that you are waiting for market for 3 days, 1 week, and after that 1 week, you now enter the market with 1:1. When are you going to become profitable? So the propaganda of social media that 1:1 is okay is a blunt truth, but 1:1 is not meant for swing trader. It's not meant for day trader. I mean, day trader, like once your trade is like average of 2-3 days, it's not meant for you. It's meant for people that is in 15 minutes. And mind you, the purpose why I came to this 5 minutes is to find entry, to understand the fractals of the market, to understand what market is doing. Because market do not just always reverse. Market always reverse with a purpose. So now we can call this space now that this is break of structure. So market is breaking structure, change of character here. So this change of character that is happening here right now, once market come to, because the reason why I said market needs to break this key out and retest is simple. It can break this counter trend line, break this resistance level, reach this level, and is a fake out and come back again and continue massive sell, which will be massive bleed. And you know that when market do fake out, like I said earlier, it's always bloody. So market can do this, can decide to come here, retest, instead of retest, break it out, and massive sell will occur. So the best thing to do is to wait for hit here to understand what market will do at this resistance level. So if market can withstand that resistance level, turn it to support, amazingly, before you know, 300 pips. Whereas if now come to 1 hour, this is where the, as a swing trader, this is where the excitement now comes in. Now, let's say, okay, just taking your profit here is how many pips? This is 600 pips. 600 pips. That is one of the things why I love UH30 so much. It's my second favorite pair. It's my sweetheart. I love it. So, to those who are watching for the first time, please click subscribe button on your notification and share with friends and family. So that's all I have for you guys this week. If you have learned one or two things, please drop your comment below and on your notifications. Before I go, let's see what is happening in BTC. BTC market is doing fine. BTC is doing fine. Market is now in $105,000. It came to $110,000 as at Wednesday, but due to nature of the war that is going on, market pull back to 105. So if you are to trade BTC, it's still as simple as being patient. Yes. So this is BTC right here. This is an opportunity. Wonderful. This is perfect century. So proper risk management with nice entry leads to profitability. You don't click that buy button yet until you manage your money properly. So if market break this key level now in BTC now, there's high probability that this market is coming back to $110,000. So that is how many pips is the days? So how many pip is this? This is 389 pips. That is something nice. This is wonderful. So why am I able to analyze this market very fast? Because I've paid my dues. I've stayed in front of the market for hundreds of hours, studying, sleepless night, thinking, brainstorming, trying to figure out the market. So if you are a newbie and you are thinking of you have not understood the market yet, please give yourself time. Pay the price. Don't let anybody tell you that because you are staying in front of the price, you are taking in front of analysis, you are wasting your time. 1 hour in a day is okay for you. Those kind of advice is not for you. It's meant for traders that have spent average of 4 or 5 years in the market space. They already understood the market. Like, okay, see what happened now. Less than 4 minutes, I was able to, and we are able to enter this BTC USD, and I've spotted it immediately that if market comes to this key level, this is the best time to buy. No stress, nothing. That is experience. That is a proof of I spent hundreds of hours in front of chart. But for you right now, it's possible that you might not have that experience. So you have to study the chart as much as possible. Anytime, any day, once you have access, you need it, because without studying the chart, you can't have an experience. Without having the right experience, how are you so sure that you are bound for profitability? So that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I love you guys. Please subscribe. Let's grow this channel together so that the purpose of this channel is for you to grow, to become a pro like me. Till I come your way again next time. Be safe.